come around. I'm going to give you a quick tour of this facility. We have 12 fully sized professional courts and 4 on the way by the end of the year, plus 1 practice court. The NCC is also the home for the USCA and the National Croquet Club. Let's come in. Come on. You can come and play. You can also have lunch and drinks with Sandy James, the premier caterer in the Palm Beach County. But I want to first have a quick stop at our pro shop, because you can come here whether you're a social player or a very avid player. And first stop is going to be for our equipment. We do carry mallets from all the international brands plus local makers. You can try any mallet as long as you want when you play on our courts before you're going to make your final purchase. Obviously, like any other pro shop, we have a full line of apparel so you can look good and sharp when you play, ladies and gentlemen. For summer and winter, you can order online or come directly and shop in our pro shop. We also have a lot of equipment that is going to be for your backyard or for your local club in terms of equipment, in terms of information to play croquet and rules, and for your own equipment. And finally, you can always find a gift for your best friend or somebody at home before you head back home. So let's make a final stop. Let's grab a hat and let's join me. We're going to go and play a game of croquet together because it's always a great day to play croquet. Let's go.
Commercial. You must just do a.
Let's go. And 3, 2, 1.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the National Croquet Center in West Palm Beach, Florida. It's the semifinals day of the U.S. Open Golf Croquet Tournament. We started with a field of 32 of the top croquet players in the world, and now we're down to just 4 in the championship knockout. One championship match will see the 2 top-ranked American golf croquet players face off against each other. Matthew Essick, ranked number 2 in the world, and he'll take on Tom Balding. And the other championship semifinal match will feature South Africa's top player, world number 4 Reg Bamford, against one of the Fletchers of Australia, Greg Fletcher, who at D grade 2363 is ranked number 53 in the world. My name is Michael Kolowich. I'm executive producer of Croquet TV for the U.S. Croquet Association. And I'm here with Priscilla Flowers, who is a national referee. She teaches golf croquet for the U.S. Croquet Association schools, is a terrific friend, and sometimes I have the privilege of partnering with her in American Rules 6 Wicket. National Croquet Center is your home court.
It is.
Tell us a bit about this facility.
Well, I think it's pretty fabulous. Of course, I am a little biased here, but I think the viewers can see how magnificent the lawns are and how well maintained, which is a full-time job for 5 grounds crew keepers. So, and then we're very fortunate with this tournament that Adam Peck has stepped in to help us reset the hoops, because it's always great when you have a player doing the hoops, because they know how important the tight setting and the precise alignment is. So that's all the players are commenting about Adam's work and participation with this. But yes, this facility right now we have 12 lawns, and some of you might be able to see have heard. We have work plans underway to add 4 more lawns in the back, and that's going to help us in the future to host these tournaments and keep the club members happy. So, because when we have these tournaments, our club members have to give up their playtime. So.
Okay, well, this is the 4th day of this tournament, the 5th day of play for most of these players, because a Pro-Am doubles exhibition on Monday. It was followed by block play on Tuesday, reducing the championship knockout to 16 players. And here is how we have gotten to our Final Four. The round of 16 saw 4 of the 6 Americans go through to the quarterfinals. Tom Balding, Matthew Essick, Zach Watson, and Tamer Hatada. Only one of the 5 Egyptians made it to the quarterfinals, along with Australians Edmund Fordyce and South Africa's Reg Bamford. In the quarterfinals, which were best of 3 matches, Tom Balding and Reg Bamford won their matches handily, but the other 2 were real nail-biters. Going to a 3rd match, and even that last game went to the 13th wicket at 6-6. Did you see either of those matches?
I did, actually. I was watching part of it from up here, but Reg's was amazing. The other one I want to point out that was so amazing was Tamer and Fauci. Fauci had been undefeated up until that point.
Wow.
Yeah, and so to be knocked out in the first knockout round was something, because there was a lot of people taking bets that Fauci was going to be in the finals. Yeah, because he is so good. And
then Zach Watson lost his match in the most improbable way.
It was heartbreaking.
Yeah, by peeling Matthew Essick's ball unintentionally through the 13th hoop. In their final game. But in the last quarterfinal to be played, as you say, Tamer Hatada and Greg Fletcher traded 7-3 games before taking each other to 6-6 to the hook, and Fletcher took the match 7-6. So that really sets up today's matches in the championship flight. So, you know these players, Priscilla. Tell us a little bit about them.
Well, I'll start with Tom Balding. He started his career, I guess, playing in college. He's one of the Johnnies from St. John. So he is also a pro that I don't know what club he's currently with. But anyway... and he's also one of our traveling instructors when he has the time available. So if you want him coming to your club, check the website, the USCA website, and his information is there, and you can get in touch with him directly. But he plays all the codes, all the disciplines. Yes, you were going to say something?
Well, you can see, you can see out on the court there, they actually have been working on adjusting those hoops, and I think Tom was kind of looking at the tolerances.
Because they're set
side.
tight.
Yeah,
they are set tight. They are set tight, but Tom is he's a very powerful hitter, and he's also very good. He'll be up here, I'm sure, at some point behind the microphone, and those of you who have watched the USCA YouTube things in the past, he is very good at explaining things even behind the microphone. So, but he's an excellent player. He's also, to me, one of the great ones to watch to figure out his strategy and his tactics. Matthew has been playing since a very young age, and his grandmother got him started in North Carolina. And I believe he started with the American rules. And I remember the first year I met him, I think he was still in his teens, and it was up in North Carolina. And he said at that time, all he played was 6 in association. And Damon Bidencope, you remember Damon?
Oh, yeah.
He said, yeah, we really want to get Matthew involved with golf croquet so he could represent us in the Worlds. And Matthew's going, no. Well, somehow Matthew started playing golf, and I think it took hold, because next thing I know, he's winning a Worlds, after Ben Rothman did, then Matthew did, and now we see him playing in all of these every title tournament in the U.S. and then playing in the Pro-Ams such as this and then this U.S. Open. So
This game has a great history of cultivating young players. Earlier in the week, we actually saw a couple of players, one of whom was 10 years old, playing in a Pro-Am with one of the pros. I think the other one was 13.
yeah, but Simon started at a young age because
Yes.
his dad is one of the instructors up in North Carolina. Yeah, they're really fun to watch.
Yeah, and Trevor Head actually he actually did quite well in the Pro-Am.
Well, and Trevor
at 10
was,
years old.
yeah, he's funny. He would tell his dad what to do. Their practice was really funny.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? And that's actually a good way to teach, is to let him, say, this is what you should do. So they should be getting started here. They were supposed to start these games at 9:30.
Yeah, and it is 9:30 now. And
I don't see any of the players out there at all.
Well, Tom was out there, checking hoops along with Kyle Maloof and Adam Peck, and he has disappeared now. So
Reg was coming in as I was coming upstairs. He was just coming in but that's what Reg does. Just
okay,
glides in.
just in time.
Yeah, he just glides on in. I'll tell you I think I shared this yesterday when I was behind the microphone here. I played in the Pro-Am, which was quite fun, actually. It really was. And I encourage anybody to do it if you ever have the opportunity. But I'm one of those players who will regularly beat up on myself.
9:31 a.m.
And Reg was playing on court 8 with his partner, and I was over on court 9, and I missed the clearing shot. And I was mad at myself. So I'm just talking to myself, just fussing at myself all the way to the sideline to retrieve my ball. And Reg walked off of his court, came over and put his arm around me, and he said, "Don't ever do that again. Don't ever let your opponent see that you made a bad shot. Act like it's exactly what you intended to do."
That is great advice.
So it's kind of the psychology of the game. Don't give your emotions away.
I'll remember that next time I play you.
Yeah.
But now you'll
Only
know.
problem is you know me too well. When I get that look on my face, you're going to go, "Ooh, she didn't want to do that. I can take advantage now."
Exactly.
So,
Okay. So we were going through the Americans. Why don't you talk about Greg and Reg?
Okay, well, and not that I know as much about them. Reg is a player who's fabulous in everything. He won the, most recently here at this court, actually, the Association Worlds. So he took that trophy home. In fact, I think in our book we had a picture of him holding that trophy up. It's very interesting, and I would suggest that people go on YouTube at some point to hear his discipline for his practice and his training and everything that he does, because it's pretty much the same no matter where he goes. What his practice, the time limit that's on each thing, and what he does. And it really does show in the consistency of his performance. So now with Greg, I have not seen him play that much, but I found it was interesting. He and Edmund kind of have a similar way about them, with the way their arms are close to their bodies, and they're using now Edmund has the standard grip. I think Greg uses the Solomon, but it's close. They don't have the more space between, but their swings, once they do their swing, it looks identical, and they get the same results. I mean, And Greg yesterday, that final game between him and Tammer was just, it's because his placements were so well done. And there again, you know, you have to have that practice time with the placements in order to get the ball where you're hitting from, you know, the opponents or whatever you need to do.
So while we're waiting for play to start, why don't we actually take a moment to thank our sponsors, because they are responsible for making this tournament possible. You know, first of all, the Palm Beach Sports Commission, of course, Oakley Woods Croquet. I saw Don Oakley here a little bit earlier today, and he will be displaying his wares. He is a terrific contributor to the sport of croquet in every way out of Canada. White Tie Croquet, who has taken the time to amass a lot of the logos of the clubs, and will, you know, if you send them a logo for a club, they will make custom, you know, custom clothing, custom jackets and sweaters,
Whatever,
and things
yeah.
like that you want. Karen Weiss and Chris Weiss. Karen is a terrific artist, and they are terrific competitors and friends from the Sarasota County Croquet Club. Karen Weiss, a remarkable artist. And then we have our individual sponsors. You can see them listed there, platinum, gold, and silver. These folks donated to the cause and were also participants in the Pro-Am tournament.
Yeah, the gold sponsors. Those were the ones who got to play in the Pro-Am. I see they're going out on the court.
Yep, at least on 6.
Yeah.
It looks like they have had a coin flip, or are
No,
about
it
to.
looks like, yeah, he's looking for his coin. So I tell you this funny story. I don't know. Viewers, you get to hear all my ridiculous stories.
It's okay.
The very first day, I'm putting my referee kit together, and I'm walking out with David Malouf, who is our lead referee, and I'm going, oh, wait, I don't have my coin. He says, no, you don't need a coin. They'll have a coin. And I turned and looked at him. I said, David, I refereed the Worlds. Not a single one of them had a coin. He says, they'll have a coin. So I said, okay. So sure enough, the very first game, he's out there, and Matthew Essick says to David, he says, do you have a coin? And David said, no. And I just looked at David, and I wanted to say, told you so. But Matthew says, that's okay. Priscilla always has a coin. So
There you go.
ever since then, I've had my coin in my pocket.
Well, it looks like they have their colors.
Yep. And they're going to do a little warm-up. This should be a very interesting game. And I want people to watch Greg, how close he holds his arms and his mallet to his body. See how they don't have it on there. Oh, and there's Tom. I see Tom out there. Oh, they did a coin toss there. So, I'm not a betting person, but who do you think's going to
So it looks
win
like
these various games?
that is a good question. You know, you'd have to say that Matthew and Reg are the slight favorites, just by their ranking. Matthew, of course, doing a stretch on the court.
Yeah, he does that. That's kind of normal for him. He doesn't usually do it front and center for us to have that shot for the viewing audience, but
That looks like a finish of one of the ice skating routines in the Winter Olympics.
or that cross country when after they fell, I could not do that. But if Tom comes up here at some point, you have to get him to share how he busted a chandelier at a house he was staying in.
Oh, my.
He was practicing his swing, and just that mallet went up and busted their chandelier.
He's got that big swing.
He does. See that big?
Yeah.
Yeah. If Tom just relaxes and plays a little bit loose, doesn't get himself too tense, he has a big chance of taking this from Matthew. And he's even kind of admitted sometimes he just gets himself too tense. So they all showed up a little late. Wish they had gotten here earlier to do their warm-up. All right, did you see, I don't know if they've got it, but Reg, the way he's practicing, that is part of his drill all the time. And he usually has like 12 to 16 balls that he lines up, and he goes right down the line, hitting them like that into the sideline. And then normally after he's done that, he'll go to shooting them towards the peg. So, but he works on getting that straight line.
What is he aiming at?
Right now he's aiming at that target ball.
Okay. Well,
Okay? So he worked for, see that? Mm-hmm. He's trying to do center ball, center ball.
yep.
So that is his main objective. And that's why, and also, if you don't hit that striker ball, center, it's not going to go straight, as you well know.
And you will not leave it where you want it to
Exactly.
be left.
And now he's going to practice setting. So we were talking yesterday as we were watching the Tamara and Greg game, and everybody had a different idea of what they said the percentages of your set should be. What should, like when you're going for the hoop, should you be able to land your striker ball where you want it 80% of the time, 90% of the time? What is your objective? Someone said, well, if I can get it there 50% of the time, I'm happy. When we're like, well, you got to do a little better than that.
Exactly.
But that's why people don't understand how much that is important to practice. And
So
that's what Greg will do. Watch Greg. He will go and he will practice his positioning. That one's going to be a clear, and it missed.
So you run the golf croquet program for USCA schools.
I do. Well, I teach the school. Yeah.
And so what aspects of the game do beginners have the most trouble kind of grasping?
A lot of times they don't understand how important the muscle memory is. And that's, muscle memory in this game, I don't care what code you're playing, is 99.9% of it. You're going to do a Croquet shot, depending on where you're wanting to send the target ball or whatever. It's going to be a different backswing. So one of the major drills that we do is practicing hitting for your ball, your striker ball, to stop at different areas. Because I have to point out to them, do you feel the difference? Do you see how big your backswing is to get from the starting point to hoop one, or if you're just going 2 feet? So Yeah, that's the biggest thing. Nobody has ever associated muscle memory, and that's why you have to practice. So, and I remember one thing Jeff Sue told me one time, and he said, if you are practicing a shot and you're not having success at it, I'm paraphrasing now, he said, stop doing that, because a bad practice is worse than no practice, and it's because of the muscle memory. If I'm trying to do something and I'm not succeeding at it, my muscle memory is getting that in there, and it's better just to walk away, do something else, and come back at it. Kind of a reset. I just do a reset. So.
Well, you and I were talking about the other day also, the concept of having two objectives for every shot.
Yep.
A primary objective, okay, clear that ball, but also having a secondary objective. So it's about kind of where you leave your ball.
Yes.
Because it's pretty straightforward, and it does take a lot of work, but it takes a lot of focus to accomplish that first objective. But really, the second objective, that secondary objective, is you have to be thoughtful about it, and it's important. Every one of these players, will have multiple things that they're trying to do with a shot,
and you can watch them as their thought process as they'll do it. Some of them will even go as far as to go up and mark where they want their striker ball to land. So, not with a marker, obviously, but with their mallet, so they get the visual. But yes, that is true with regards, especially if you're going to do a cut rush or, a angled clear. You're trying to put your ball somewhere specific and keep it relevant. Because, you can't score the hoop unless you're on the correct side.
That is for sure.
Trying to see. I can't see behind the monitor in front of us. They both seem to be practicing their clearing, but over on court 6, you see Reg is practicing his placement. He did it originally from the starting position, and then he did it back. Now he's going to go to his little clearing routine. But see how he's changed everything up? Just to let that, and he pauses long enough to let that muscle memory kick in. All right, guys, we're warmed up enough.
Yeah, exactly.
We're anxiously waiting you to get started. So I'm glad Don Oakley's in the house. I've been looking forward to seeing him. And I know you touched on what a great support he is to croquet. I'm going to say especially here in the U.S. He also helped us out with the Women's GC Open that our club holds here annually in January. And, he was he was great to help us with that. So, and he makes that, I tout that arrow mallet that Kyle helped him design.
I was actually just going to mention that because, I heard you talk about that the other day.
Yeah.
And I'm in the market for a new mallet.
I use a trimmer. I own 2 trimmers. I will admit it. I like my trimmer. But like Kyle said, and we are very windy down here.
Yes.
And part of the beauty of that arrow is the open. That's right.
In the crosswind.
So, I plan to buy one of his arrows with him down here this trip. So, you know who else bought one? You probably know this. Carol. She has a trimmer, and she bought that arrow. And arrow or trimmers are fabulous mallets, don't get me wrong, but for where we are in Florida, that arrow is just fabulous. And that's all Carol uses now, is the arrow.
Interesting.
So
Now, one of the things that Michael Albert pointed out to me, because he had an arrow during one of the AC clinics that I've been taking over at Sarasota from him. And he said that he is able to get a fantastic ratio on his stop shots.
really,
Yeah. He said he's able to get 1 to 7
that's good.
ratio.
That's good.
And so, okay. We think.
All right, we think they might be. Oh yeah, did you see Reg just take that deep breath? He is getting himself into game mode, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay. So on court 6, they're getting started. I think court 7 is still warming up. So here we go, playing in with blue.
Yep, there they go. Reg and Greg have just shaken hands.
It'll be the other court on 6. There we go.
And Reg did his deep breathing. Yes.
Yep, now we can see
We
him.
can see him.
Okay, here comes
Lag
blue.
that ball on in there. Oh, nice set.
Okay.
Look at that. That is
precision.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
All right, Greg is looking like he might try to clear him on this. Just based on how far back he's going.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's concentrating on that. Yep, he's going for the clear. And he got it.
There we go. And we're off.
You know, watching these players for a week here, you know, as a referee going all around and having that advantage, I think I've getting to the point now. I can tell if they're going for a clear or a set based on how far back they stalk the ball and their wind up. I can't.
And another lovely set.
Oh, isn't that great? Now, because of where I believe it's Greg's red ball is
yeah.
toward the corner, he doesn't have to clear with his yellow ball. He
Exactly.
can just set with his yellow ball
Right.
and let the red ball clear. Because it wouldn't. Both blue and red are on the boundary line, so. Yeah, see, you can see he didn't do the big stalk.
Yep.
He's just going to do a set.
And setting deeper.
Yep. Well, because of where blue is, if blue tries to do anything, he's not going to clear him that far. Blue might, I want to see what red is going to do. Blue might try to get a block with the red.
That's what he's going for. No.
Oh, one little
Trying for
far.
a twofer.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Can't see how close they are. Boy, Greg was so good at doing these yesterday against Hammer. He would, I mean, even when the balls were 2 feet apart, he'd manage to hit them both.
Okay.
No, he got the one, but yellow's there to clear the other one. And we're getting started now on court 7. And it looks like Matt has won the toss and going in with blue. Whoops, we got a stray ball on the court. Thank you, Linda.
Okay, so now we're watching Tom come in on court 7.
And he went for
Clearing.
a clear also.
Yep. Okay, back on 6. got Reg.
He probably
setting.
wanted that.
Yeah, a little bit further.
Well, he didn't want a chance that Greg can do one of his twofers, but
Yep.
Greg, he
go
needed
for
to
the hoop?
block. Greg's going to go for the hoop.
Yep, he's going
he
for the
has
hoop.
no fear. He's going to go for the hoop because his red ball is way down here.
Mm-hmm.
And he was doing so well with those hoop shots yesterday. Oh, that's not too bad.
In the jaws.
All right, so Reg's blue ball is in a position that it could jump. Let's see. I think that's what he's going to do.
Okay.
We'll know when he moves over that ball. Yep, he's going to
Yep.
jump. See that mallet? I
Not
couldn't
quite
tell.
there. Nope. Off the right stanchion.
Was that it? Okay.
Here it is. Back.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, that's a good. Oh yeah, the left stanchion.
Left stanchion.
Or
Our
right there,
your-
left.
your left.
That's funny. So it was interesting. I was up here with Begonia yesterday from Spain, and she was saying from this tournament, what she's learned is Americans are not afraid of jump shots, that we just do them all the time. She said Egyptians don't do jump shots like we do.
Interesting.
I thought it was too. Boy, that was a great clear Tom did. Okay. And I wonder why that is. I need to ask. Maybe I'll ask Abir. I know
Okay.
Tamer uses jump shots, but he got his training, his golf croquet training from
So
here
this-
in the States.
This is a precision shot.
Yeah, very much
Yellow
so.
isn't quite in the jaws, so. And
He bounced
off
off,
the left stanchion.
and he'll be offside since he didn't touch the ball.
Exactly.
So he must not be
Now, this is-
directly in front.
Yeah, this is delicate, but with the tight hoops, but he
He
makes
got
it
it.
through. Okay, all right.
So on court 6, we're 1-0. Greg Fletcher. Oh, good shot, Tom. Reg has his blue ball in a gorgeous spot there. But it's probably on what we would call rented real estate with that yellow ball sitting there. Ooh, put the camera back. Yep, he cleared the blue.
10. I got it.
Kyle and I are going to do the tag team. Okay, let's see what Red is doing here. Oh, he just missed clearing Red.
Okay, so over here, red.
Yeah, blue just tried to
Is-
clear Red, and he just did a slight shot. And I don't know if he did it at enough of an angle to get so black can't see. I think black can see.
Yep.
Yeah.
He saw it just enough.
Yep.
Okay, back over on 7. Tom is looking to
Oh.
clear
He cleared his own
blue, but he
ball.
cleared his own ball. So
And
Matthew is gonna
Matthew's
just
going to
tie
go
up.
for a block.
tie up yellow.
Yep. Yep, he went
Too
for
close
the
for a jump
block.
shot.
Yep, that's why
And,
you do that.
Yep.
So, this was a rules thing that came up. May have discussed it. If I'm repeating myself, folks, forgive me. I don't know what I've discussed with players and what I've discussed behind the microphone here. But once a ball has gone out of bounds, it is what we call now it's out of the game. And you get it, and if it's, gone off sides, it's an outside agency at that point. So you want to get it off the court. If a ball is been directed off the court as an outside agency, it is out of bounds and remains there until it's time for that ball to come into the game. And so a lot of times what players will want is for the owner of that ball to place it in so they can know where to do that block. Well, the book says you cannot. The ball is an outside agency until it is that ball's turn to play. So you can have the ball directly out of bounds, or you can even put a marker out of bounds. But the ball does not come on the court until it's time to play that ball. Look how easy Matthew just lags that ball in there.
Yeah. So Tom, unfortunately, tried to, from that boundary shot, he tried to clear blue off of black, but wasn't successful, and as a result, actually got both blue and black down the court, and so blue and black are pretty much in control of this hoop.
Yeah, definitely.
Right.
Yeah. So both games are 1-0 at this point. I don't think that was the ball Tom wanted to clear. Matthew's one of those who uses the two grips. Good hoop. Good hoop. So on 7, Matthew is up 2-zip over Tom Balding. They're moving at a pretty good clip, actually.
Yes.
Oh, that was a beautiful set. Tom did a great set. I wonder what
There's
that
quite a discussion
I
going
know.
on here.
I'm wondering what that's about. Where's the referee for that court?
Over on 6. Over on 6, there's a discussion going on, and I'm not quite sure what the issue is.
I'm not either. Ooh, Matthew tried to clear yellow from that far corner. So if Tom just sets up with this ball, he should have 2 on the hoop and be controlling hoop 3.
Which he does.
Yeah, he does. We have a few spectators who've gathered this morning. We had quite a crowd yesterday afternoon.
Was that right?
Oh, yeah. The veranda was full. He's going for a clear, I can tell. Yep.
Just nicked it. And
Oh, sure did. You know?
I think it's far enough.
Yeah. Doesn't have a hoop shot. Now, where's his blue ball? All right, so he's going to set that yellow ball to try to do a block on. I don't know if he got far enough to keep blue from shooting the hoop or not. We'll find out when Matthew takes his. Black Matthew's going to clear red. Although it looks like yellow blocked its own ball. I think Matthew's shooting the hoop. Because it looks like red blocked yellow. So it's a free hoop. Nope. Ah, sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. That's that muscle memory I was talking about. He didn't need to hit that hard. He just needed to hit center ball. Comment. He is your hero. Oh, that was a good shot.
Mm-hmm.
You got blue out of there. That was a great shot, Tom. So I wonder where that guy is, Brockway is from. Fleur, I would say Canada.
Why don't we go back to 6 here, where we've got Greg at hoop 2. And he's shooting the hoop and makes it.
He did.
Okay.
So we're 2-0 on both
2-0.
courts.
Exactly. All right, back now to 7.
And he, with the blue ball, he cleared yellow. Oh, Tom was shooting the hoop.
Mm-hmm. Black plays in. So he's hidden from yellow, but so Tom played back.
I think he was trying to get over this way so that blue wouldn't have a shot on him. So Yeah, look how he went to the side. Where's the...
So red is coming in, and I
Yeah.
think
He was trying
blue
to get
may
a
have
block.
blocked him.
Yeah, that's what he was trying for. Tom's winding up like he... Oh, wow.
Okay.
I think he was trying to do a bombard and hit them both.
Exactly.
And Tom can do that when he gets his swing wound up. It's darn powerful.
This is about a 40-degree angle. And through.
Yep.
Okay. Matthew up 3-0.
Lou has a nice set on 6. Interesting.
Okay, so Matthew with black, probably looking to move yellow out,
Yeah.
and missed it. Oh my goodness.
Oh.
That was sweet.
Yeah, that was. But black is sitting right behind there.
Black is behind it, but so is red.
And I can't, no, red's not at the angle that I would like to do a. That was good. That was good.
So he's counting on,
Yeah, he's going to say, go ahead and hit that ball out.
yep.
He got that red ball wired from blue. Oh, blue's not going to do that. Blue's going to set for the jump. Interesting. I like it. I like it. Not playing the predictable.
Okay, so this is a referee call. Can you talk about what the issue is here?
Read the comment. Okay. What comment?
So the referee is marking yellow,
Because it's probably on the stanchion.
right? So this
And so you be careful
has the
for
risk of a crush.
Correct. Correct.
So for those who do not know what a crush is, because we have a variety of viewers, can you talk about what the referee will be looking for?
It's interesting because in the rule book, they don't call it a crush. What they say is it's a fault if you have ball,
Simultaneously.
mallet, and stanchion in contact at the same time.
Right,
The only thing you can do is hit away from the stanchion. Now, what he's going to do, he's going to come down on it and try to do it quickly and probably hit it somewhat to the side. He did it a little,
And that is through,
yeah. He
and
did
it looks like it was called clean.
It was.
Yep.
What he did you see how he did a pop and he brought his mallet back
Yep.
immediately? So, yeah,
Can you show that again?
that's the big thing is you just can't leave that mallet hanging around for it to chance bouncing back and hitting it again and
So here it
having
is.
yeah. See?
There you go.
Just a little pop and it's so now we have a 3-1 ball game.
Meanwhile, over on 6, It looks like Greg is
Shooting the hoop.
shooting the hoop.
He did, and he popped off.
Okay.
And I didn't mind that shot at all.
No.
I mean, because
With you've got 2 in position.
and he's up
of the
2-0,
opponents.
and he's got his red ball sitting over here. Mm-hmm. So I didn't mind that shot at all, because he knows on any given day he can shoot that hoop and make it. So. All right. Yeah. Our games seem to be mirroring one another. Matthew has a nice set there.
Yeah, let's go back to court 7.
He missed. Is there a way for us to know where people are watching from? If you were watching from other countries or even here in the U.S., send us a message.
Sure.
Let us know where you're watching from.
Matthew.
Yeah. Oh, now we have one.
Matthew is a goat. Okay. Been watching since day 1.
This is Smiley. Smiley, where are you? First time watcher here. All right, this one says first time watcher. How wide is the space they are trying to hit? Just over a full ball. Assuming that's why they hammer. I've got a thing in front of me.
Why they hammer it so it doesn't
We have a
doesn't rattle.
Yeah,
Right.
we have a little camera sitting in front of the comments, so we're having a hard time seeing it. Yes, these are set to the tightest that they can be. You might be able to get a dime between the ball and the stanchion. That's how tight.
It's 1/32 of an inch
Yeah.
on either side.
So it is. It's a tight one, folks, and. Yes, they do hit it. These are the quads that we're playing with. And they don't like to have a lot of give. And they're set very tight. What is a crush? Okay. Smiley. A crush is when mallet, ball, and stanchion are in contact at the same time when you score the hoop. The book says specifically that if the ball is resting directly against the stanchion, the only way it's a legal hit is you hit the ball away from the stanchion. So that's the easiest way to describe it. Don't ever try to jam it into the jaws because it'll be a crush. Just tap it away ever so slightly, or if you can tap it in front, you're good. I heard uses his spare time to feed homeless and save cats stuck in trees. Okay, I'll have to inquire about that one. I've not heard that one. But Joey, I will find out for you. Oh, from
Okay.
Orlando. Great.
So meanwhile, over on 6,
Thank you, Smiley.
we've got hoop 4 with black in the jaws, red just behind it, and it's yellow to play. So he's going to move blue behind the hoop.
So this viewer up in New York, do you play in New York? I've never gone there to play, but everybody
Not this
says
time of year.
No, but he says he's from New York and it's frozen now. Yeah, everybody
there are
says
tournaments
I
in-
need to go up there and play sometime, and I have not done it. Have you played
there-
in New York?
No, well, in New York City, but
Well, that's what I
not
mean.
I've played in the in Central Park at the New York Croquet Club.
Yeah.
But there are also tournaments in Buffalo and in Rochester,
Okay.
in upstate New York,
Yeah.
at the very least.
No, I'm a Southerner. I kind of stay down here to where I know. So, a comment. Oh yes, Becky Essex.
Becky, yes.
Yep, Matthew's mom. Did you hear me say earlier that you were the reason he got involved with croquet at a very young age?
And I've played Becky up at Pinehurst in the Pinehurst tournament. Okay. So this is
Okay, Reg
So-
is having a referee too. This actually looks like the ball is stuck. And the black balls have a tendency, as the day warms up, they kind of swell. And from the view that the cameraman just gave us, it looks very, very tight. Yeah, and that's what he's marking. He's going to spin that ball
Yep.
and see. I had that situation.
they're going to have to reset it.
Well, he must have said it's not
No? Okay.
because he's moving.
He attempted to get it through, and it just didn't go. So,
But if the ball didn't spin,
no, what I meant was
Yeah.
the shot
Yeah.
before.
comment.
Great
Oh,
games
hi,
happening this
Rick.
morning.
Hi, Rick. How are you? I haven't seen you in forever. This is Priscilla.
Okay, let's go back to
Good to
7 now.
Justin. Hey, Justin. Thank you. Appreciate it. Hey, Justin saying it's good to have me behind the mic here, so appreciate it, Justin. You know what? This croquet world is just as much as we're spread out, it's kind of a tight little community of friends.
That is for sure.
Oh, so Stitcher, I've never played croquet like this before. Honestly, would love to try. You need to try. We need to. I want you to go on the USCA website, and on there is a list of clubs that are near you. And reach out to one of those clubs. You will find it's the most fun, and it's good exercise too. Oh, and we have somebody from Australia watching, Brisbane. Welcome. There was a group of us that went to Australia last year and went on the cruise that took us to New Zealand playing croquet. It was wonderful.
Let's go back to court 6 now. Where Greg
I think he's going
Playing
to do a
red.
jump. I think he's going to do a
is going
jump.
to attempt a jump shot.
Yeah, Reg isn't happy with that hoop, I can tell you. When Kendall said it wasn't stuck. Ah,
Okay.
so now Reg is going to hammer this one through. He's got to look and see what kind of angle to hit from.
It's still
Yeah,
not. It's
he
still not
is-
absolutely straight.
It is not. He's calling a ref. Laura's going out there this time. Oh, no. Good. Dave's going. Dave is the lead referee, and he's the one who reset these hoops.
Tuning in from Sweden, the beautiful west coast of Sweden. Really nice to follow the play all week. Well, thank you
Great.
very much for following it.
So maybe next year you'll be playing here. Addison McFarland. Let's go, Matthew. Now we have to be careful. We can't root for one over the other. Comment. Dublin, Ireland. Great. So
Supporting
Greggy,
Greg.
I love it, Greggy.
Okay, here we go.
Where's it? Oh,
Greg being
there. Oh, I love this
looked very
camera shot.
carefully.
Love this camera shot.
That
That was,
looked clean.
yep.
There we go.
And folks, do you see the way Reg did a true stop shot there with that mallet not going anywhere? When you get around the hoops that are like that, that is really the best way. Don't try to have any follow through. You get yourself in trouble every time. Mm-hmm. It'll bounce back on you faster
Then it's
than
not
you'll
a
know.
crush, but it's a double tap. Right.
Exactly. Yeah, around the hoops you have all sorts of fault possibilities.
Let's go back to 7 now. Tom Balding. Missing the clear.
He is just, yeah.
And Matthew has an opportunity to take game 1.
Yeah, he does. And I do believe he will. I have to say, that kind of surprised me, that score, but there you go.
And there it is. Okay. Game 1 is in the books.
And
we'll
folks, they generally take like a 5-minute break just to
Yep.
get some water and regroup.
And in the meantime, we're
And they
back on
check-
6.
And they check the hoops. They've been resetting these hoops after every game. So it's been a big job. Oh, don't think he meant to clear that ball.
So in contrast with the first game, this game is deadlocked.
Greg just did a fabulous clear. All right, I'm tagging out.
Okay.
Kyle and I are tagging, refereeing, and running the mic. You see
Okay.
me do our handoff?
No, exactly. Thank you, Priscilla Flowers. Appreciate it. And I'm bringing in Kyle Maloof. Welcome.
Thank you, Michael.
Welcome. Okay.
So-
we are deadlocked at 2 apiece here on court 6.
Yeah, I think it's kind of fun with these semifinals. We're going to have 2 very different game styles. We've got Tom and Matthew who are just going to be shooting hoops from everywhere and playing very open, and much more of a defensive battle here between Reg and Greg.
Well, Greg has been forced to take some long hoop shots
Yeah.
so far.
Yeah, he definitely will, but there'll be a lot more back and forth play here.
Exactly.
A lot more back and forth play. Well, nice clearance there from Greg, and don't think he quite got the wire on Red. He would have liked a little bit more of a cut to take away Reg's shot on Red. From what I saw yesterday, Reg was hitting the center ball at a very high rate. So I fully expect a nice clear here, and Greg will have a long return Croquet. Another one.
Okay.
Didn't hit him quite as far as I was expecting, but with blue hanging around there, he's got full control of this wicket. But I think Greg will hit this return.
Otherwise, Black does have a shot.
Black does have a very runnable hoop shot there, especially for Reg.
He still has a shot, but longer.
He does, and this is, I think, where we may see the difference between this game and Matthew and Tom's.
Going to go to position?
I think Reg probably goes to, although it looks like he's lining up for a hoop shot here as well. Two balls on the boundary. He can take a go at this without too much consequence if he misses. And he bounces off. All right, so that doesn't look terrible. The one difficulty here is with where blue is, if Greg can get a wired position from blue, red is in great clearing position for black. That's longer than a lot of people would like to have for a clearing shot, but at this level, he is pretty confident he can make that, and Reg fully expects him to make that. So if blue is open on yellow, he will definitely take this shot. And I think it may be.
Would you ever try to move black in front of the hoop with blue?
So the problem with that play here is, and it looks like he's doing that, that's also moving black closer to red. So he may be trying to move it close to yellow so that if he clears it, he's going to potentially clear both. It looks like that's what he did.
Yep.
But that definitely gives red a shorter clearance on black. But it also means he's clearing it more to the sideline as opposed to up the court where there's a chance for a wire. And a miss makes
Cleared
a
his
hoop
own
shot.
goal.
Yeah,
Yep, exactly.
So it turned out to be a good play there. Now, all right. Oh, I see in the comments someone, how come I've never heard of this before? I'm glad this is getting out to some more people.
Oh, wow.
It's
Almost made two in one
almost,
in one go.
yep. But yeah, I hope we've got some new people watching here, and if you're in the States and would like to learn about croquet, you can go to croquetamerica.com. There's lots of great resources. You can find some clubs, but this is the great thing about golf croquet is you can play it. You can learn to play day one. The rules
15
are
minutes.
Yep, 15 minutes. You can go out. You can play a game. And the better you get, the more complex the strategy gets. So, as you're watching this and listening to the commentary, there will be some, fine details that sometimes where people are setting up in weird spots. And that's not going to happen as you first learn. That's because the shooting ability here has gotten so good. But it really is a simple game to learn, a fun game to learn. All levels can enjoy it. So hope we get some new players out of this. Well, it looks like they've already started the second game on court one. So Tom has a hoop shot there for a 1-0 lead. So again, difference in pace and play. We've got one wicket done in Tom and Matthew's game, and they're still only on wicket 6 in the other. No,
Just as you predicted.
Yep. And Tom, a lot of people ask why, at the club level, they ask why the hoops are shot so hard. So, there's a couple of reasons. Number one, for a lot of these players, that is their most accurate speed. As you start playing more and more, what you learn is that you don't want to control the mallet. you are trying to swing the mallet and let the momentum of the swing do the work. And swinging it at a higher speed allows that momentum to keep the mallet straight. Also, Tom took position behind the wicket, which, again, at the club level is not an ideal spot, but at this level, it allows you to clear the other ball into the court. The other thing that it does allow is for the opponent to potentially wire, which it looks like Blue did, but, 8 times out of 10, you're going to have that clearing.
Kyle, I'm going to give way to somebody I think.
I think I've spent a little bit of time with him in my life, so I'll be doing a little commentating with my father, David Maloof.
All right.
Hello there.
There we go. Welcome.
Well, thank you. I'm going to just check out the action from up here for a few minutes.
Yeah.
So far, it has been a beautiful masterclass by Matthew. It's still early. The game's certainly not over. But as I'm watching this match unfold, I'm seeing Matthew have easier and easier hoop shots by the end of a wicket, and Tom having longer and longer shots and having to go for very difficult shots. And this is a testament to the maturity of Matthew and how well his game has rounded out, because you don't see him flailing. You see him make the great shots, but the great shots are coming only when needed. Where Tom, he's a human highlight reel. He swings at everything, hits about everything, but Matthew's doing a great job at picking and choosing when to make the clearings, how to position himself so the clearings are a little bit easier, how to use mid-pace clearings to stay relevant, and really has been a masterclass so far. So I'm interested to watch how this plays out.
Comment.
So that's known as a pre-clear right there. So that's clearing with the first ball, and the reason he's doing that is even if he misses, he needs to be off the court. So whereas inexperienced players sometimes think that, just setting up there is the right thing, clearing with ball 2. But, Matthew knows that if he sets up there and clears with ball 2, his ball is going to be sitting there ready to be cleared into the court. So, again, Matthew does a great job with these little things where, he takes the minimal amount of really high-risk shots, positions himself like this where Tom can't clear him more than 7 yards, and now he has gained control of the hoop where yellow has to clear blue, and blue is right there to clear red.
Yeah, this
from
is
6 yards. This is typical Matthew right here.
And this is where, I think if I was Tom, is there any place you would have put that red ball instead of right in front of the hoop?
Well, that could be a pretty good shot right there.
Right. Now he's kind of turned the tide with that one snuggle. Matthew is great at these cut rushes, so let's see if he can get it enough to not see black. But what a shot!
Yeah, that's Matthew's AC skills coming to the front right there. Being able to, we call it rushing an AC, but being able to put that ball where it's going to be in the right position to use the hoop for wire. So again, beautifully played. But getting back to Kyle's point, where Tom put that red ball was really a very, very bad position, because wherever yellow put blue, blue was going to be able to clear red. The only answer to that question is get the red ball out of bounds.
Out of bounds behind the hoop, exactly. Right. If yellow had set up well earlier, it can be very different. But with yellow not in position, I think Tom needs to do a better job of controlling the boundaries, because that's something that Matthew is so skilled at taking control of the short side of the court. so that he's always clearing into the court and his opponent's always clearing him to the boundaries. And that's
And
kind
usually
of
the short boundary 7 yards away.
exactly. Exactly. So Hammond Rowers watching. Nothing like commentary from the Maloofs. Appreciate it, Hammond.
Hello, Hammond.
Hope you're doing well up in North Carolina. And too bad you couldn't play in this year. I know last year, I think we got to battle it out in block play and always enjoy our matches.
But I don't know, Matthew may be wired from yellow.
Justin Fields, is this a clinic? Certainly looking like it so far. We'll see. Tom definitely needs to turn the tide fairly quick because, you know, these two are both some of the top front runners that we have in the game. And when Matthew gets going, he puts so much pressure on you, but Tom can do the same thing if he gets on a little bit of a hot streak. Oh, and Matthew with the miss. So now Tom will...
Quick answer to Justin. Yeah, this is a clinic. You can send the check to David.Maloof.
Yep, so now Tom with a hoop shot to get to 2-all, and yay.
So everybody still thinks these quarterways are really difficult or easy to run in this sand-based soil. Watch the number of balls that are getting rejected.
Yeah. Especially when they're fresh. And I want to give a big shout out to Adam Peck, who has been working like crazy to keep these holes fresh. Along with David, they have been out after every single game, pulling the hoops, pounding the soil in, mixing the soil up with the flags, putting them back in with the clamp. It is the only way the hoops have been able to stay difficult throughout this tournament in the sand-based soil. But the amount of hours they've put in is pretty incredible.
No, especially Adam.
Adam
has been a workhorse. He has been phenomenal for helping me, but helping the tournament more than anything else. He has just been fantastic. So big shout out to Adam.
I mean, also want to recognize Rocky and Elaine for all the work they've been putting in. I mean, this tournament has run about as smooth as any tournament I've ever played in. And, you know, just court becomes available, the next player's on, and they have been so good at keeping players informed, making sure they're ready when they're about to be on, getting them on. It is really, really run well. Let's see. Paul Newbecker. I have been making the change to the straight shaft. Biggest reason is we have the MAC coming up this summer, the big AC tournament. And it started out, I thought it could be helpful for split shots moving up and down the shaft. And I've really started to like it. I'm moving up and down a little bit more with my mid pace versus my full pace clearing shots, and so yeah, it's been an experiment the last couple months, and I think I'll stick with it. You never know, but I always like to experiment, and I'm also experimenting with a little bit of Irish for setup shots, which has been going well. So we'll see.
So once again, on hoop number 5, you're seeing a situation where Matthew is slowly getting control. He's working his way into the hoop to get another relatively easy shot. And he's done it with very minimal amount of high-risk croquet. And, you know, it really is a masterclass watching Matthew, the way he can go from an Irish grip to his Solomon grip, how he can play the mid-pace shots where he can center ball and stay around and then go to the Solomon and crash someone to the far corners of the court. And he truly is someone to watch. And if you want to model your game after somebody, you can't do much better than this young man.
And, I think one thing that isn't talked enough about at the very top level, and Matthew, I think when you look at Matthew, when you look at Reg, when you look at Robert, one part of their game, aside from the clearing, aside from the hoop running, that they are so much better at than most is positional play and making sure that every setup is in great position. So, when you watch this black shot from Matthew, that was from the side of the court, and he ends up with a 2-foot straight on hoop shot, where when you watch a lot of times when Tom's setting up, it may be 5, 6, 7 feet away from the hoop to make sure that he has a hoop, and it may be at a slight angle, and that can make a big difference with the final product, especially as we saw on hoop 4 there, where Tom had the first hoop shot. It was a hoop shot that he's going to make 90% of the time, but if he gets it just a little bit closer and a little straighter, it can turn into 100%. And, again, the shot with blue, he's not just coming in, he's trying to block yellow, and he gets so close every time to that perfect position where if he doesn't get it, he still has an easier hoop shot.
Yeah, he's just the luckiest guy in croquet, that's all.
Well, I think that he would agree with that, and I think right now Zach might agree with that after yesterday's finish.
Well,
but one thing about luck is you have to have great shots to put yourself in a position to get lucky, and he hits as many great shots as anybody, which means he's going to get as lucky as anybody.
Yeah. But, it's not even the great shots. Tom also hits a lot of great shots. It always amazes me and impresses me when somebody like Matthew, Robert Fletcher, Reg Bamford, when I watch them play, how often they have flipped wickets from being down to, 3 rotations later having a 2-foot straight on wicket shot. To me, that is a talent and a skill that requires not just the great touch and the great shooting, but the great positional play to work yourself into that position, to find positions where you don't have to keep making great shot after great shot, and you can flip a wicket that might seem unflippable in a couple of turns. He is so good at that. Reg is so good at that. Greg Fletcher. Tom also. Tom is still, he is still the young guy with,
and so
the great talent.
I want to pause real quick and look at where Matthew put blue, because that was very intentional. He did not want red to hit it, but he put it in a promotable position. So now we see that promotion, and I don't think yellow can see it with the stake.
Yeah.
So he kind of, Tom was thinking, hey, I'll get one more shot with red.
Yeah. And again, this is some of that AC talent coming through in GC. The ability to promote with control is what the game of AC is about. And, obviously
we end up
with both.
Another long hoop attempt from Tom and another short hoop attempt from Matthew.
And if you think about it, Matthew has not taken a single high-risk shot to get to this point. And that's what's so impressive watching this young man, how well he can do that.
And especially on, when you get to hoops 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, that is such a critical stretch in this game, because everyone starts at a hittable position for your opponent. So typically, if you score a hoop, your opponent's first to the next hoop. And, between the corner wickets, you're going to have to make probably a 14-yard hit and maybe longer. But when you're on that stretch of wickets, you've got a 7-yard hit to the next wicket, and you've got the chance to run all of the odd wickets down to the even wickets.
What do you mean? When we go over to 7, where we've got a 4-4 tie.
4-4. Perfect. So we are going to move over. It looks like Matthew's firmly in control of this game. I'll keep you updated with the scores a little, but we're going to watch a little of Reg and Greg, where we are battling still in game 1 at 4-4. That is looking like it could turn into a real long one there, as Greg had a very long one to finish yesterday. He beat Tammer 7-6 in game 3 at, what was it, 5 at, in the afternoon. He started playing his first match early. Oh, and a rare 8-yard miss from Reg there. So now we're going to see Red with a clearance. He's going to try to hit probably half ball right on black here so he can cut it down the court and potentially wire it from yellow, and looks like
it's
pretty
certainly going to be
hidden.
close. It's going to be close.
Reg may have a half ball from there, quarter ball, but he won't have much, and that is one of those critical hoops there where if Greg runs this well, he can run it down to 10 and take control of, win 9, take control of 10, and again, that 10 to 11 is such a short clearance that becomes almost a 50-50 hoop as well. So a lot riding on this shot here from Reg.
One of the things that I like to teach is understanding that whenever possible,
What a shot.
Great shot.
Yeah.
Whenever possible, you want to try to be controlling the odd-numbered hoops, because anytime you win a hoop, your opponent's first to the next hoop. When you run an odd-numbered hoop, you're running it down where you have the potential to be first, not first to a hoop where your opponent should be first to. I know that sounded a little bit confusing right there, but the idea of this game is it's a little bit like tennis, where the person serving has a big advantage, provided they have a good serve. In croquet, it's the same thing. The person who lags first to a wicket should have a big advantage, provided they can put balls in good scoring position. With these 4 players right here, they are pretty good at that. So what everyone is trying to do is to see if they can multiply a couple of wickets together. So that's where those odd wickets come in, where hopefully they can run an odd wicket down to the next wicket and string 2 together, and it's like breaking serve in tennis.
I'm a little bit surprised we're seeing a pre-clear here, but that tells me...
I am not sure he's pre-clearing.
He is. That tells me... Oh, and he misses. I think he wants to take the baseline hoop shot with black, and he was trying to get yellow out of there. Because if he sets up, he thinks red's going to go for the left side of him, get out of bounds behind the wicket. And now if black shoots the wicket and misses, yellow's in position. And
yeah, that is true.
I think we're going to see a hoop shot here, provided he's open, and he would have liked it without too much.
Yeah, provided he's open.
Yeah, he is open.
Yeah, it is. This is almost definitely got to be a hoop shot.
And again, I think that's a big difference between someone, like Greg and Tom, who are great players playing really well, but when you get to Reg and Matthew and Robert, you're going to see them get a block on that a high percentage of the time. And
great hoop shot.
Great hoop shot. Coming all the way down. Looks like it's going just past hoop 10. And so now yellow getting to a wired spot on black becomes absolutely crucial. Otherwise, this game can really slip away from him in a hurry.
But this is that odd wicket stretch where Reg did exactly what he wanted. Certainly scoring the hoop, but not only scoring the hoop, but first down to the next wicket where, I don't know where black is.
Open. It looks like it's open.
And what this means is if Reg can set up here, His black ball is in a position to clear that yellow ball way down into corner 3. Or corner 3. Corner 4. One of the corners. Far corner.
If we go back to 7, I think Matthew is
Is Matthew about to?
setting up for
Oh,
This is
long
gonna be
clearance
two
on
more.
7.
This is likely to be.
Oh, and Matthew center balls from across the court.
right.
Red now. I think red
Has to get to
is
black.
open on black, but this is a shot to stay in the game, and it looks
Yeah.
like yellow's runnable, but not necessarily. Right, yeah, definitely open.
Typically, Tom hits this shot about 95% of the time. However, the pressure that Matthew has put on him, always being in front and making shots, that's something that gets in a player's head. That's a shot that Tom doesn't miss
know.
except for the pressure that Matthew has put on this whole game.
And not just this game. In the last few times they've met, Tom really has not played well for Tom. And I think it was so important for him to get off to a good start. He started off making some great clearings in game 1. I think if one of his 2 baseline hoop shots had gone in game 1, we may have seen something different. But with those missing and Matthew getting off to the early start, I just think those previous performances are in his head already, and they start to it starts to affect the future.
Yeah.
So now as we go back to Greg and Reg, we're seeing another battle here for hoop number 10, and Black's got a long hoop shot. That's about 7 yards like he just made on the previous hoop. But the difference here is if Greg plays in, and he may have gotten the block. If Reg does not clear that and does not score, yellow is in a great position not only to clear blue, but to get over to 11 and take control of those 2 hoops. So, remember in croquet, we've got the offsides rule where you're not allowed to advance to the next wicket more than halfway until the previous wicket has been scored. Oh, is that through? But you are allowed to advance if you go off of an opponent ball or if an opponent hits you. So here, if yellow can hit a nice clearance on blue, there's a chance yellow gets over to hoop 11. If red can make the jump shot on black, I can't see exactly. It looks like it's not in the hoop, so black should be able to get to 11 there. But
but not easy. Not easy. No.
He does, and I don't think he has a wicket shot either. So good clearance here and a good jump shot.
Yeah, that's exactly what he wanted.
Yep.
Promoting himself over to 11 legally with putting blue far corner, far sideline, and a very, very makeable jump shot with black stymied.
So
that was a game changer right there.
That was, except in a situation like this, if there's anyone you expect to hit, it is going to be Reg.
It's going to be Reg, yes.
He's
done this a few times in his life.
A couple of times, yep. So he definitely is expecting this to hit. The question is, will it hold line over this distance? He'll hit it nice and hard to keep it straight, but I know there are a few curves on these lawns, and
he has missed it.
He has missed it by quite a bit there. That's surprising. So now this jump shot can be a game changer.
Yeah, this. I might have to leave the booth here. Oh, Adam's out there doing the chords.
Okay, yep.
Okay. I should have known.
Oh, great
That's
jump
a
shot
beautiful
from
jump.
Greg. While we're in between shots, could we get a quick shot of Adam on court 7? I'd just like to highlight all the work he's been putting in. You know, every game in this whole tournament, he has been out doing this, pulling the wickets, pounding the ground in, making sure that they are staying firm. So, you know, once again, thank you, Adam. You're a superstar. You're a big reason why this is going well.
Before this tournament, he was 140-pound, skinny little kid.
Yeah,
and
now
look at him now. You know, bringing that big hammer around him.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know,
Oh, yeah.
I get a commission to be his personal trainer now.
All right, we can go back to the game on court 6. Looks like Reg had a great setup with Black. You know, once again, that positional play that those top couple of guys are so good at. And I expect Greg to just play in because he's got the clearance with Red. And so, and he overrolls it.
Wow, he was trying to stay out of Red's line to Black, and that was a critical mistake.
Very tough. So now if Blue gets... So Blue's going to be coming in trying to get a block on either the hoop or Black. He knows if he gets a block on Black, Red has to shoot the hoop, which is a tough shot. But those tend to be the situations where they make them backs against the corner. Your only option is hoop. We saw Edmund in his game against Tammer earlier this morning make this exact same shot through the hoop. But by leaving it open, gives him the opportunity to shoot Black. But with yellow not in position, he really has to center ball this in order to stay in the hoop.
So I would expect this. No, he's going hard.
He's going, oh. And now Reg has control, not just of this hoop, but again, hoop 11, that's an odd number, which means hoop 12 is down straight in front. One good controlled hoop run here, and Reg has control of this to take a 6-5 lead and to control the game-winning hoop.
Oh.
All right, and that's a good shot from Reg. Goes a little past, giving the wiring opportunity, but also giving the clearance if he doesn't get it. Meanwhile, Matthew and Tom have started game 3. I think we'll leave it here on court 6 for the conclusion of this game since we're locked in a battle, but they are underway in game 3 on court 7, and Matthew has just made a long hoop shot to take a 1-0 lead in the second game.
Third game.
And he's off to the races.
Okay, so.
Shout out to sponsor.
All right, I'd like to thank our sponsors here for the tournament. We've got White Tie Croquet. They've got all your apparel. They've got their booth set up down below. A lot of great items. Vicky also represents PFC mallets, so that's always good, always fun to get a new toy, so go check them out. We also have Oakley Woods down there. You know, I am preferential to Don's mallets. I love them. I play with them, so try them out. And Karen Weiss, Fine Art, and Chris Weiss. So thank you all. Thanks to all the platinum donors, the gold donors, the silver donors.
Reg just wins it with
a long hoop shot.
Yeah. 14-yard hoop shot.
Wow, game 1. But, you know, again, thank you to everyone who has donated money to make this one of the premier events in the world. You know, that's how we attract the top talent, and it has definitely worked. This, you know, you look at these semifinals and the quarterfinals before it could have been the quarters and the semis of a world championship, and you wouldn't be surprised. It has been just outstanding play. Oh, and here's a replay of Reg's game-winning shot. From scoring position at hoop 11, he scores hoop 12. So, not bad, not bad. And now we are back to Matthew and Tom as they battle for hoop 2. And yet again, Matthew with, he made the one tough hoop shot on hoop 1 to gain control, and now he has an easy one on hoop 2. So, to go up 7-1, 7-1, 2-0. This game could be over before we even start game 2 of the other match.
Momentum is an amazing thing in sports, and I've played Tom. I've been around Tom for so many years, and I have never seen anyone who shoots as well as he does when he gets hot. He is just crazy good. But momentum is a real thing, and once you lose that momentum, it's really difficult to flip a match around, especially against somebody like Matthew, who's like this, hitting everything, feeling confident, knows he's gonna make the shot, and
he's feeling good right now when he's hitting the correct side of the ball from 14 yards, and I would bet you that he was aiming for that side. He's been consistently hitting the correct side to get out of bounds behind the hoop, make sure he at least has a hoop shot with that first ball. And that is not easy to do at that distance. So now he's coming in with blue. Again, you see that positional play. His goal there was to hide from red. He's successfully done it. The one downside is he will have a tough clearance here with black to clear yellow and keep blue around. So I'm interested to see if he goes hoop here. He's taking Irish, which tells me I think he probably will go for the hoop. When he starts feeling it, he likes to score as many hoops as quick as possible to really pile it on until he misses one or two, and then he'll start trying to extend wickets again. But he will take a lot of hoop shots here to try to not give Tom any time to start feeling his swing. And
there you go.
There you go again. So
that was a great view of Matthew's Irish swing too. For those of you who watch the replay, watch the way it goes back straight, but watch the rhythm of this swing. This just looks so pure when he takes it back and swings through. There's no effort. The mallet's not fighting against him. He's not fighting against the mallet. That is just, if you want to model Irish grip technique, that's about as good as it gets right there. That was superb.
Mm-hmm. And now he's, black also has a hoop shot at hoop 4. And I'll be interested here, depending on where red goes. He's got a chance for the double clear here, but again, he likes just piling on as many hoops as possible when he's feeling a swing. And it sure looks like he's feeling a swing right now. So, whereas if he wasn't confident, I'd see him clearing those 2 balls. But when he's confident here, he's just going to go for it. Oh, and just misses, but now yellow.
Amateur.
I know.
He missed one.
But yellow, I don't think has a clearance on blue and does not have a swing towards the hoop. So
cross wire from black.
No, blocking blue is the important thing.
Yeah.
And Matthew knows if he clears red just clears black. So again, how can I score as quick as possible? Jump over.
Yeah, I couldn't tell.
I couldn't tell. It either went through or missed completely. I think that is surprising that it didn't even touch wire, but
he is human.
He is. 2 misses and 1 wicket. That's what Tom's looking for, and I wouldn't be surprised if Matthew gets just a hair more conservative for a wicket or 2. You may, with a 3-1 lead, he he may still go aggressive, but he'll have control of this hoop. He'll set up well, and
I think he wants to stay in that space between Tom's ears. He wants to take every wicket shot and make Tom think that he's going to make every wicket shot. So Tom got a little unlucky. He was trying to pre-clear and hang around, and black hit hoop number 1, staying near yellow. So,
and again, that's a shot that most people are going to look at and say, "Oh, that's a great shot. He got black out of position."
Okay.
The problem is, with the direction they both went, that black ball can clear him all the way into the court, and now a miss from red. And you're going to see another clear here.
Yellow will be right in corner 3 and very possibly wired.
Yep. Either corner 3 or behind 6 trying to get hardware in the way. Let's see if he goes for the cut. Yep, corner 3. And
yeah, he's got the wire, I think.
Very likely.
I am guessing he has the wire. And I promise you that was not a mistake.
Nope.
I've known Matthew long enough. That's something he's quite skilled at. Again, luckiest player I ever played against.
And a long clearance attempt from Tom, and another miss. And now, once again, we've got an odd-numbered hoop that Matthew can run with control. I think this is where a lot of the AC players really excel at GC, is being able to run this with control to the next wicket. You'll see a lot of GC first players who will bang that out of bounds and be in a clearing position, but the ability to keep that a little closer just makes that next clearance a lot easier. It's not necessarily to get position, it's to run it so that when you set up with your next ball, you're able to clear with your first. And
you will also notice that at the speed that Matthew swung and the stroke where he brushes through and gets the ball rolling, how pure he gets it through the wicket. Whereas you see a lot of the Egyptian players that have never played on these, or have not played much on the quad-way wickets, they try to pound them through, and these wickets just don't respond well to inaccurate shots. If you shoot hard and hit a post, the wicket is designed in a way that rejects the ball.
Yeah.
And
Tom's playing a little desperate here, I think, shooting with ball 1. You know, if he sets up there, he's going to have a shorter shot red on. Now, he may have had a double target. If he had a double target there with black in the wicket, I can see. But now we're going to see another clearing. And
yeah, but he is feeling a little desperate. This pressure that Matthew is putting on him is starting to mount because, you know, Tom on a 16-yard shot like this usually is very, very high percentage. And today, right now, his percentage has gone down. And again, that is the pressure of someone playing the style and the way Matthew has been playing.
Yep.
So that right there is what we call momentum.
Yep. And
it's kind of nice being up here in the air-conditioned booth, being able to do commentary instead of pounding wickets and running around down there. But I think it's probably about time for me to leave and get back down there. But I wanted to spend a few minutes up here and
let's see, we got another hoop shot here for 5-1 lead.
again, beautiful swing through that wicket. Beautiful, beautiful stroke.
And now again, why do you think he wanted to run that one down to the boundary instead of leaving it shorter?
Well, he wants to make sure that ball can't be touched or knocked to the other side And Matthew would have very easily, if he had come through soft and stayed on the court, Matthew would have been in a
Well, not with red.
with red.
Yeah,
red was
the biggest
offside.
reason I think is now, even from there, if he clears yellow and clips it right side, he can clear it into the court as opposed to into the
Exactly.
corners.
So the angles are much better.
Once again, everything he can do to control the boundaries, to control the outside of the court, and that is at this level, I think, the most important part is, how can you control those boundaries? And he does it as well as anyone.
Yeah. So he's going to hit straight into yellow, hoping to leave blue in scoring position. But even if yellow hits blue on the way back, he's not too concerned because blue's going to be in a position where it's either going to have a hoop shot from the baseline or...
Oh, he misses one.
Wow.
And again, he's trying to hit the right side there. He knows... center balling it is good, but he was feeling good enough to hit right side. Now Tom has a chance to score one of these odd numbered hoops, and he just
Good lesson there, though, about the way to run these hoops. They have to be run smoother and accurate. That was a powerful swing by Tom, but if you catch wire on these wickets, they are very, very rejective. Yeah. And when you watch this rhythm of the swing, this is what makes Matthew so accurate on these shots. This is just beautiful tempo.
And perfect control to get down, and now there's no place for red to go.
Yeah, to get through that cleanly on that angle right there, he had about a 16th of an inch that he had to hit his target right there, and he just does that as well as anyone. Mm-hmm. It's just beautiful.
And this match is close to the conclusion, so I think we'll watch the rest of this game. But on lawn 6, Greg has gotten out to an early 3-0 lead. So good to see him recover well from that loss.
Yeah. But you can still see Tom, having to take so many long, desperate shots, and Matthew
here with a hoop shot to close this out. 1-1-1. Oh, can we get court 6 real quick? This game win. Oh, and Matthew wins it.
The win.
That's, as we'd say in tennis, game, set, and match. Really a masterclass from Matthew there. Tom, after missing those couple of baseline hoop shots on the first wicket, never really recovered, and Matthew just played great. So now we'll head back to court 6, watch game 2 of Reg and Greg, and there will be a lot more croquet today, so don't leave us even though that first match has completed. This is best of 5, and we're only halfway through game 2 here, so hopefully we'll have a nice long battle.
And we'll also be featuring the bowl and the plate semifinals or finals a little bit later on. So as these matches conclude, we will have time to put those final matches on the featured courts here.
Well, we may be in for a long semifinals. Greg is up 3-0, down a game, up 3-0. This has all of the makings of being a 4 or 5 game, very, very long morning and afternoon of croquet, but we'll see.
Greg has been playing great all week, so I expect him to keep up this level and really give Reg a battle. So red misses there. and black with the easy hoop. Now, this is interesting. Oh, let's see where she marks red in, because this is very important where red gets marked in. Because black is the ball that runs this hoop. With blue so far away from hoop 5, black would like to be the ball to clear that first setup shot from Greg at hoop 5. If he runs this out of bounds, if it ended up near red, Greg would have a very easy chance blocking him. If he ran it and it stayed on the court, Greg would have a very easy chance clearing him. So I think it was good for him, a little bit lucky that it came out at that nice angle and kept a little bit of distance between him and red. But even so, with them being that close together, if red aims at yellow and comes in a little short, I think he has a pretty good chance of getting that block. All right, so Reg here just playing in. He's, again, at all levels of croquet, I think what all strategy boils down to is how can you work into a position where you set up with ball 1 and clear with ball 2. So, it's very easy to see right away, he's got a ball in position. How can I get that ball out of position? But the goal is to get it out of position where you can gain on the wicket or win the wicket. So that's why we saw Reg set up with the first ball. Greg knows how good Reg's shooting is, fully expects black to hit yellow here. And so that's why he went ahead and cleared it right away, so that Reg isn't clearing to win the wicket. He's clearing to stay in the wicket. That puts a very different kind of pressure on it and makes him shoot at a different pace. Makes him shoot a little bit softer, whereas you can take your full swing when you're clearing to win. So now, because all these 3 balls are close together, I think it'll be interesting to see where yellow decides to go so that blue can't just hit a mid-pace center ball, hang around. So that's why we'll see him go wide and a little bit deep here to make blue's center ball clearance a little bit more tricky, because Reg has black off the court on the side, so he really wants to see if he can clear this spent ball and set up a little bit of a 2-on-1 or reverse the 2-on-1 that's already there.
There's a phrase that I use a lot when I teach called the walk of shame. And the walk of shame is when my opponent can do 2 things. Not just clear me, but also hang around in scoring position. The position where you put that ball. As you notice, blue did a really, really good job clearing that yellow ball and hanging around. But because of the position that Greg put it in, blue could not hang into position. So, again, very, very good tactical play that, wow. That's a good shot.
That is a great shot. So now Greg wanted to clear that blue ball to win the wicket, and he still may, but red shot becomes a whole lot more difficult with black in its backswing.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm not out there having a referee that next shot by red, if it's still there. I'll stay up here for another minute.
All right, good luck, Priscilla. All right. So now we've got...
Be interesting to see how Reg plays this, whether he plays this to clear red or just positions and says, show me. Well, that answers that question.
Ooh. He clears it, but he hits his own ball as well. So he accomplished his main goal, but he still has a ways to battle back in the wicket. He'll have about a 13-yarder with blue to clear red after he sets up with black. I think, again, he's just going to Just going to play in with black here and bet on himself to hit red with blue.
Or get a good cross wire here with black from red. Oh, he's going in from 5. Yeah. Okay.
So black looks like it came up a little bit short. I can't quite tell from this angle if it's runnable, but I don't think it is.
It is not runnable.
Yeah.
Definitely not runnable.
And so now again, he's got this clearance not to win the wicket, but to stay in the wicket. And that always makes it a little bit more challenging.
Ooh.
Just misses it. He looks like he thought he had made that when he hit it. So now Greg the chance, he's in to run this. He's close enough where I expect him to try to run it with control, getting down to, although no, he's banging it through and going to get out of bounds behind. So again, just taking his most accurate swing. He likes that pace, gets out of bounds, and if black does not get wired, he is pretty confident with his 11, 12-yard clearance to clear it back into the court and keep the pressure on. So we've got now, after losing game 1, we're at 4-1, and it looks like that. Oh, is it?
Oh, it looks open.
It looks open. It is in a position where if blue comes in front of it, we've got the chance of it blocking red from hitting black. And even if yellow gets great position there, there's always a chance that it blocks it. Greg's debating. I wonder if he has a little bit of a double target here. No, he is only coming in.
He's just coming in. Greg feels very, very confident on these 12-yard shots that red is going to have at black. And setting up with yellow and clearing to the far baseline with red.
That may have the block. That's going to be... no, not quite.
Not quite.
Not the block and not in runnable position. So he was trying to accomplish 2 things at once there. He got none of them. So one big shot from red here, and we will really see the momentum in Greg's favor. And great clearance.
Made a beautiful clearance.
Getting Reg all the way down close to corner 4, and Reg with another long shot. Again, not to win the wicket, but to stay in it. So, we've seen the last couple wickets, the clearances Greg has been taking have been to win it, and the clearances Reg has been taking have been to stay in it. And that makes a big difference in the mentality and in how often they end up making them. So very important here. Already down 4-1, and he's come back plenty of times from this situation, but every wicket, when it's a 1st to 7, every wicket makes it tougher and tougher. And a great center ball there. So now with that one shot, he has firmly cemented control of this wicket, because even though blue is not in scoring position, there is not many places for yellow to go where blue can't hit it, where blue can't set up and black hit it. And the risk here, I think Reg is probably better than anyone else at jazzing these balls.
Yeah, that's very possible.
He has got his touch so good.
I'm guessing yellow's going to use the wicket as a wire. I think he's going to come in backside wire, trying to get a wired
The
position.
problem with that is then you're only 8-9 yards away from black.
Where is Black?
Black's on the baseline back behind.
I
hoop 6.
still want Black.
You have to make
Well-
Black hit that, but
No, he's cross-wiring from Black, which is probably a much smarter play. And then if Blue clears it right away, it certainly won't have a short wicket shot.
all right. Well, we are joined here now by our first finalist, Matthew Essick,
Yeah,
and
the luckiest player in croquet.
welcome.
Nah, that was a master class, young man.
Thank you.
That was really pretty.
Yeah, I'm happy I saved my best play for later on in the tournament, and I'll give a little bit of credit to Zach Watson helping me out yesterday, and I felt like I played well this week, but wasn't quite on exactly the way I wanted to be, and Zach gave me a couple of pointers after our match. I went over to the practice court and hit a couple of shots. He told me what he saw, and I worked on it a little bit last night, felt really good, and it translated to today. So, Tom's a good friend, and I hate to see him not play his best, but at the same time, I'm happy I played well, and I'm happy the win was a result of me playing well, and not so much that both of us played poorly and someone had to win. So, I was pretty happy overall with my level of play.
Yeah, well, oftentimes the level of your opponent has a bit to do with the pressure that you kept him in with your play. And, Tom was not at his best as far as hitting, especially later on, but, that's the constant pressure that you kept putting on him. And that was impressive.
Thank you. I thought the biggest thing today is I shot better for sure, but I can't position much better than I did today.
Yeah.
I got wires after and blocks, and the ball was going exactly where I wanted it to go. And so, I was just talking to Tom a little bit about how the beginning of the match he started by lacing hoop 1, and then
and what a great jump shot there by Greg to take a 5-1 lead.
oh wow,
It's exactly what I was talking about Reg being so good at jawsing and Yellow being in jumping range there. So great shot, Greg.
this is game 2.
Game two,
two.
yes.
Okay.
Sorry to interrupt.
No.
Yep.
So, I was talking to Tom a little bit about how he laces hoop 1, gets off to a strong start, and then I got a wire on the ball after hoop 1. He hits. I got another wire on the same ball, and then blocked the other ball. And so it was 3 positional shots in a row that I placed really well, and then got a block at hoop 3. And so, part of what I was talking to him about is he's taking full swings at blocked balls, hoping to get, a hit, and 1 or 2 bad swings, and then you're searching and trying to find the right swing. And, I felt like he was kind of searching the whole time. So I was, I've played enough against Tom to know that any moment it can click on, and when it clicks on, he's terrifying. And so I was just trying to take advantage of the fact that I was playing well and really make the hoops go as fast as I could while he was struggling. I felt really good with position and then converting on the hoops once I got there. So really happy.
Yeah, I was spending a lot of time commenting on every single hoop in game 2 as I was watching. How easy you gained control to give yourself no more than a 1 or 2 yard hoop shot. And it sometimes took 2 or 3 shots, good center ball clearings, controlling your ball on the back. But it was just very, very impressive watching how consistently you were able to give yourself relatively easy hoop shots and make the more difficult ones when you had them. That was a very, very good display of croquet, young man.
Thank you. I appreciate it, David. It's definitely interesting to go from my match with Zach yesterday where, the average hoop length was 4.5 to 5 yards. And then today, I don't think I shot a boundary hoop shot until game 3.
Right.
Just kind of working the positions to get close shots. And I felt good about the fact that I was in positions constantly where even if he hits the long clear, I'm still in control. And, it wasn't one big clear, and now I'm fighting and clawing back to get control again. It was, maintaining control. If I get a miss, I get an easy hoop shot, and I felt really good about gaining control, and the center balls were really good today. I think the biggest thing this week that I did a lot better today that I haven't so far this week is I've been making a lot of hoop shots. I've been converting, but a lot of them have gone through 6 to 8 feet, and I've got to swing to the next hoop, but I'm not getting down there to take control of the the odd hoops getting
not
down.
Multiplying the hoops.
Correct.
Getting 2 hoops out of 1.
Exactly. And, getting down far enough where I'm not necessarily going off the boundary where there's a wire spot, but beside the hoop or in front of the hoop where there's really no good place to set up and for my opponent. And so that's the thing I was happiest with today is, making the hoops obviously, but getting down the court and taking advantage of, or taking away his advantage of going first.
Yeah, I think one thing that I noticed that was a big difference today was you were shooting all your hoops Irish. And it seemed like the beginning of the tournament, you weren't as confident with that Irish swing. Your Solomon has been feeling good the whole week from what I've seen. And it's always nice to have that to fall back on hoop shots. But when you're at your best, that Irish swing, you run with control and you run it more consistently. These hoops respond better to that pace of shot. And so I think seeing you with the confidence with that Irish grip really is a good sign moving forward to tomorrow, and hopefully that holds up.
Your Irish swing has also gotten straighter. Your backswing is straighter, and your tempo today was really, really good. Your transition was perfect, timing perfect. It's kind of fun playing the game when everything feels good, isn't it?
It is. So. It is. I haven't felt that comfortable with Irish in a pretty good while, and that's where I gave a little credit to Zach because, I played well yesterday, but I was shooting every hoop after the first game with Solomon grip because the Irish just didn't feel. I just didn't feel confident. I would step in front of a 2-yard hoop shot, and instead of worrying about how far it's going to go through, I'm worried if I'm going to make it or not. And when I'm playing well, there's no doubt if I'm going to score or not. It's just how far is it going to get down the court. And kind of all week, what I've been fighting is what you just mentioned, David. I was making more hoops with Irish when my tempo was faster, but I don't like hitting the ball at that speed because it's inconsistent.
It doesn't feel right to you.
Exactly.
And if it doesn't feel right to you, it is frightening.
Totally. And, that was the help that Zach gave me as far as, I've been hitting the middle of the ball all week, but the mallet head has been twisting a little bit in the backswing and causing a little bit of, the ones that felt good were going a little left, the ones that felt a little bit off were going through. And so it was just the confidence of, when it feels good, it should go, and that's when you're playing well, as soon as you strike the ball, where the ball's going. And, I kind of worked on that last night and really felt like it translated to today. The long hoops, short hoops, I knew they were going to score as soon as contact happened. And that's really what I'm looking for.
Well, that's interesting you say that because one of the things that I teach often is learning to gain feel. And just as you're talking about right there, I know when I'm feeling my best and I make a good swing, I know if I'm shooting 10 yards at that or 14 yards at the middle peg, I'll know if I'm going to...
Another great hoop shot from Greg.
I'll know if I've missed that 3 inches left, I'm going to hit it, or if I'm going to miss it 3 inches right. I can feel that in my hands. If I'm not swinging well, I have no clue. I have to hit, I look up, and I'm surprised if I hit it. I'm surprised if I miss it. I don't feel it. But again, it's a great feeling when that rhythm is good and that feel is in your hands, and you just know where the ball's going to go. You can feel where that ball's going to go.
Yeah, it's it's one of those things that sounds crazy, but you would rather a bad shot to go bad than a bad shot that feels bad to go through, because then how do you recreate that? Am I looking for that same bad feeling to score? No. I mean, you're looking for, when you're playing well, good contact, feels good, and the results is good, and they match up. The scariest thing as a player is hitting the ball poorly and seeing a good result, and then you feel like you hit one well and you see a bad result, and you really don't know where to go because the good feeling isn't matching with good results.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I'm excited to watch some of this, and I think we got a good match here. I'm happy to see Greg looking strong in the second game. Greg's played really well. You know, he's had
He
one
played
game.
well in the first game too, by the way. This is good, solid play.
Good. You know, Greg has been playing well all week. He had one match that I saw against Darren that he did not play well for the first half of it. Darren got off to a big lead, and then Greg kind of turned it on at the end, but it was kind of too little too late. But overall, throughout the course of the week, Greg's looked really strong, and Reg is Reg. So, you know, he's going to play. His bottom end is still really strong, and then when he's playing his best, he's really tough to beat. So,
Well, he's playing solid, real solid.
Yeah, he's been center balling that distance pretty consistently, but Greg's been making the return roquets quite a bit.
yeah. Yeah, Greg, I had dinner with Greg a couple nights ago, and he was telling me about he's changed a little bit of the way he's lining up, and using more of his feet and making sure his feet are in line, and not really paying attention to his cast as much, as long as his body gets in line. And so he's spending a lot of time here, making sure, and you'll see him sometimes walk forward and then walk back if he doesn't like the stalk. If he likes it, he just goes straight up to the ball. So you see there, he didn't like the stalk that he had. Once he likes it, you'll see him quickly just take a 1-2, one big cast, and then go ahead and hit it.
And he also talking with him.
Bang.
Oh.
Center. Did he peel?
Did he peel it?
I don't think so. I think it just went just to the right of the hoop.
Yep. I was talking with him earlier as well. He watches a lot of different sports, and he tries to incorporate the athleticism of different sports and the coordination. And we've talked about tennis because, you know, I'm a tennis player as well, and getting the same kind of ground up, center out coordination of other sports as opposed to, you know, being rigid and trying to be too still with your body. You'll see he's got a little bit of, you know, a knee bend, and he'll incorporate his core into the swing to get a lot of effortless power and keep that coordination.
Yeah, I mean, it's honestly it's very similar. I wouldn't say it's as feel based as Edmund's swing, but it's walking up to the ball, getting a really good stalk, and just going from there and just being an athlete. And you know, I think Edmund does it just about as good as anybody as far as just trusting his alignment of his body. And you know, I think that's good for anybody watching, trying to learn, is that your body being lined up is probably the most important thing. You know, I spend a lot of time when I teach talking about how if your body's lined up and your mallet's wrong, you have a better chance to hit than if your mallet's correct and your body's wrong. Because you're naturally going to swing to the direction that your body's pointing.
Right.
And so, you know, you can spend all day getting your mallet lined up, and if your body doesn't match that alignment, then the ball's not going to go where the mallet's pointed.
Well,
And
you and I have taught for so many years, and so many people will put their mallet down, they walk back, they check their mallet, adjust their mallet, walk in, again, don't think anything about their alignment, and think if their mallet's lined up perfect, they're going to hit. And it's hard to explain to people that the most important thing is you walk in and you're feeling the line, you get yourself lined up well, and then the mallet's going to naturally go through to the target. If your mallet's lined up perfect and, you know, you're not comfortable, it isn't going to work.
Totally. Yeah, it's, you know, I think there's two really big things when you teach croquet that come up a lot. One of them is that just alignment of the body as opposed to just the mallet, and then, you know, convincing people that contact is way more important than anything else. And, you know, a lot of people are so focused on making sure that they're taking the mallet back totally straight and coming through the ball totally straight. And, you know, if you look at the top 100 players in the world, I would say less than 5% of them actually swing the mallet back straight and through straight. but at that moment of contact, the mallet is dead center of the ball, directly pointed at their target. And so you can do a lot wrong as far as the perfect swing, let's call it. But as long as the mallet matches up to center at impact, it takes care of the result. And we happen to be watching one of the guys who does have a very straight swing in Reg. But years and years of training on a swing trainer to build that straight swing. It's not something that obviously comes totally natural to him early on, because he's had to go to that swing trainer over the years. But he's developed a very straight swing, which I think is one of the reasons he's so consistent.
And if you watch Greg's swing too, Greg has one of the straighter swings. I feel like he's very straight back and straight through.
But again, you pointed this out earlier. The thing that is most impressive to me about Reg is his touch. He is as good putting that ball in precise locations from long distance as anyone I've seen. He's, again, kind of like you, very lucky, Matthew.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I don't mind taking the tab of the luckiest player in the world. I'll take it and run with it.
Greg's in a little bit of a pickle here because he can't move black very far, and blue's in good position, and
Yellow's going to get cleared up to court.
yellow's going to have a long shot back. But again, momentum's a real thing, and these shots get tougher and tougher. As you saw Tom miss a few of these earlier. When you've made a lot of good shots and you feel good and you feel that momentum, this is relatively easy for these players. But like you just saw right there, momentum is a real part of this game. And right now, Greg has the momentum, and fully expect him to make this hoop shot and finish this game off. So a lot of people might be wondering, why would he take the hoop shot and not clear that blue ball right here? Ooh. If he takes that hoop shot or that clearing right there, blue's gonna have a chance to clear back unless it's wired by the hoop. Yellow likely won't be in position. Those are shots that the top players know they have to step up and take, even if they miss a shot like that. It's critical that,
especially against a player like Reg. You know, your decisions need to match your opponent. And I think that's one of the most fun parts about the strategy in croquet is every game you're making different decisions based on what your opponent can do. And I think if he's playing a player who's not quite at Reg's level, he may opt for the clear there, keep control of the wicket, and work into a shorter shot. But against Reg, if he doesn't take that shot, most likely he's not going to get another shot at the hoop.
Totally. And I think score in this case is a huge part of it too. You know, he's up 6-1. He has a chance to finish the game.
Yep.
Even if he misses, he's got first set to 9 with a 6-2 lead. And you know, you're up 6-1 against Reg. It's not the time to play not to lose.
Right.
You get an opportunity where it's a hoop shot I don't want to say expect to make, but you're going to make a pretty good amount of the time to finish the game. You take it. And he's obviously been playing fairly well.
did he just set up bad at 9?
That's
I think it's a
decent,
hair long.
Yeah, but it's not a shot Reg is going to want to give up for the game. That's
Totally.
for sure.
Yeah, I think Red still runs. I just don't know that it's straight in front.
Yeah. He ran one at about that angle at hoop 13 yesterday against Tamer to win the match. So looks like we have a little bit of a technical difficulty here.
But you get a little bit of a radio broadcast. Greg plays yellow into There we go. Greg plays yellow into pretty good position there. And we'll see if Reg takes this red on. It might be blocked.
Yeah.
It's really hard to say how good that red ball is.
So I think that if red was not makeable, he probably would have done something with, or if he didn't expect to make it, I think he would have gone somewhere else with yellow because there's really no place to clear black right now. Leaving it in front of black, I think he's going for the block, and I think he's expecting to make red. The block did its job.
Either that or red doesn't have a very good shot, and he was taking yellow out of the equation. But I don't see
Red's,
why.
Yeah,
Red's got the shot.
Red's got the shot there. Oh,
But it's
good miss.
interesting.
Good miss,
Finishing
yep.
off a game against someone like Reg is never easy. And stranger things have happened than Reg coming back from 1-6 down.
and especially, hoop 9 is probably one of the most important hoops in croquet. Because you've got 9 that you can run to 10, 10 is close to 11, 11 you can run down to 12, and 12 is a long ways from 13, but if you can manage to get this one wicket well and convert the other 3, you get pretty good momentum heading into that tiebreaker wicket, even though you're second to it, and you may be able to work into a flick. So we're going
It's a jump.
long jump,
Yes.
and he makes it. Wow.
Not only that, did you see where black ended up?
Yeah.
He blocks red.
Black scores, trickles just enough right where I think he has a swing.
If he has a swing, it's great. If he doesn't, this shot is very important. The shot in blue shot. Now, one good setup here. Even if black has a swing, I think that red ball's close enough where it can snuggle behind. I think blue will have to shoot if yellow's good.
Yellow's long.
Oh, yeah. That is not ideal.
Long on the wrong side.
Yeah. All right, now Matthew, for the viewers at home, that looks like a very odd place to put blue. Not putting it in scoring position. Why do you think he put it there?
He's putting it there so yellow can only clear it to the short boundary. In that case, personally, I still would have put it in position, knowing that red can't get in front. I would have probably played a little deeper. That way yellow can't hit and stick around. But I want to be a threat. And red has just gone where they can go based on being blocked by black. But red has just opted to play the second ball in and give Greg this shot where if Greg hits this in the center and sticks around, he's going to force red to then return the center ball clearance. But this is a situation where now Greg has forced blue either to set up and hope that black can hit something or go ahead and hit yellow. But with where yellow's ended up, he's just going to pull himself even farther away and give red a free chance to set up. So this is one of those odd situations where Reg is probably just going to set, knowing that yellow can only clear it back to the back line. But this is where I get really scared of getting wired. So you might see him go for really close position, knowing that yellow wants to clear blue.
So this is a situation. Would you pre-clear blue right away here, or?
I would, yes. If I'm 6-3 up, I know the only thing that can happen that's really bad is peeling blue. And so I'm just going to try to maintain control here. I know that red's going to end up on the wrong side of the hoop as far as clearing wise, but in my mind, the clear with red theoretically gives yellow a free hoop shot.
That's what I was gonna point out. There's two schools of thought in this game, and I've always been my strategy with my skills is always how can I give myself the easiest hoop shot. I know watching you, your goal is how can I give myself more hoop shots than my opponent. And by pre-clearing there, it allows you to shoot at this, like you said, without much consequence. So you make it, you win the game. You miss it, you still are in a position to play defense, and you're still in the wicket. Now,
totally, and exactly what happened is the thing I want to talk about as far as one of the positives of the hoop shot pace that I tend to play at is even a miss there, as long as I hit the hoop, isn't going very far away, and there's not going to be an opportunity for a wire. I know I'm 2 center ball clearings away from being back in a reasonable position. Missing the entire hoop there opens up a door for Reg to either get a wire or even just get in a position where he can make it tough on yellow to clear blue back.
And not just that, the score's still 6-3 for Reg, but in Reg's mind, he's thinking, all right, Greg has just missed 3 game-winning hoop shots. I've scored the last 2 wickets. It's going to be very easy for Greg to start pressing, trying to force the match to close out and to keep those misses in his mind. So now, Reg is starting to build a little bit of momentum here, and
that's a phenomenal shot.
That is phenomenal. That's the touch that
Yep.
has been so impressive.
And that's exactly what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
With yellow missing the whole hoop, you open up this door.
Yep.
And Reg, stepped right into it. And, I think we might see red clear blue.
Oh, yellow must be able to see blue there.
It must.
Yeah. But
I would be impressed if yellow can see blue.
Yeah, it can't see much of it.
well, that's the only way that makes sense, especially staying on court, because Reg can now clear red. It may be able to clear a little bit of right and get down close to hoop 11. If yellow can see blue, it can probably clear red and hold runnable position.
So Reg is seeing a path here. Reg is hoping to get black over to 11 off of red.
And now just holding. Oh, wow.
Okay.
What?
That's another master class right there.
All right,
Chance to
second luckiest player in croquet.
I played golf with my dad growing up, and he could see blue.
Good. Yep.
Yeah.
I played golf with my dad growing up, and I always claimed he was really lucky. And he said, "I just happen to put myself in lucky positions more than you do."
Yeah.
And
Well,
I think that's exactly what Reg hit a really good shot, got some luck to go his way, but it's gonna happen the more good shots you play.
funny how that works.
The better you are, the luckier you get, right?
Yeah.
I think we're going to have an interesting decision from Greg here. I think Greg's going to shoot a black with red when he has the chance. But in this situation here, you're up 6-3. I'm almost tempted to go halfway to be in easy clearing position because he didn't end up
Remember,
that far
he's
away.
going to be first to the next hoop. So
He is, but Reg still is going to have that first opportunity to come in and clear with ball 2. He's got the momentum right
He's
now.
not going to clear with ball 2 now with where black goes. He has to
yeah.
pre-clear with blue.
But I like that option of being able to set with ball 1 and pre-clear with ball 2 when the momentum's kind of getting a little bit away from you.
Well, he really
and now
is
coming
forced.
up short. Wow.
So let's talk about the fact that Greg was in a very strong position at 10 with one good setup with yellow from corner 4. Goes a hair long, loses the long battle that Reg just won at hoop 10. One short ball here at 11, and you can see how one bad positional shot on that first ball can totally change the momentum and the advantage, the control of the hoop. And now Greg's going to be probably shooting at blue.
He is shooting at blue, and if he misses right here, this could be a
what a shot.
momentum swing.
Yeah, that positional play, when you were playing with Tom, we were commenting on how probably, you, Reg, and Robert are probably the 3 best positional players in the world. And it's, the hitting is what everyone focuses on. And all 3 of Fulford's up there too. But it's the top players in the world are great hitters, but they are also the best at placing that ball where they want it, and that's not a coincidence. That has probably more impact on the outcome of a match than even hitting does. I mean, you have to be able to hit, but it is so impressive when, those guys are always in good position. And, you see Greg, who is a world-class player, like you said, who has missed the last 2 positional shots, giving up his advantage to the wickets. And at this level, every wicket becomes a battle back, and that makes it tough, especially when you're trying to close out someone with the pedigree of Reg.
Totally. And, at this level, if you can get an easy hoop, and what I mean by that is first ball, good position, 2 misses from your opponent, you score the hoop, you're looking for as many of those as you can get. And it's not possible if you're not putting that first ball in good scoring position.
Yeah. That's one of the first not great positional shots from Reg we've seen. He went a little long. Now he's still scoreable. The thing that he's not going to like is it gave Red the opportunity to clear black to a wired position on yellow, which I think he has done.
Yeah.
So I think that's going to force black to go for the hoop here, and that gives him a good chance. You see how this is something else that I think is a really good lesson for club players. Where that ball goes out matters. And 6 inches away can make a big difference. And, Greg, number 1, is looking at that spot the whole way he goes there. Number 2, he is always marking it in with his back to the court, meaning there is no way anyone can ever accuse him of cheating, trying to mark it in where it gives him that little bit of an advantage. Because here, 6 inches is the difference between yellow being fully open to black or fully closed. Looks like he went was for closed. He went for the hoop, and now looks like Greg's going to level this match at a game apiece.
Like you said, Kyle, I mean, 1 bad positional shot from Greg at hoop 11 gave Reg the advantage. 1 bad positional shot from Reg gave Greg an opportunity to get the wire. And it really a lot of times comes down to 1 misplaced ball and then your opponent playing a good shot.
Yep.
Well, I'm going to leave you 2. Go do my work down there trying to...
I expect they're going to take a lunch break now as well, so I think we'll probably do the same, and we'll be back in probably 45 minutes would be my guess, half an hour to an hour, somewhere in there when they get done eating.
Well, it's been great being with all of you. One of my few times broadcasting here.
Yeah, and we're
hopeful to see you all this afternoon.
All right, that was David Malouf, Kyle Malouf, and Matthew Essick. So thank you very much. And what we'd like to do as they're resetting is to thank our supporters and sponsors. First of all, the Palm Beach Sports Commission sponsors Oakley Woods Croquet and White Tie Croquet, Karen Weiss Fine Art and her husband Chris Weiss, the Platinum Donors. Let me read them. Because we are thankful because these Platinum Donors provide 75% of the funding for this tournament. Kit Pinnell, Bill Simmons, Kim Beattie, Dave Goddard, David Kepner, Gay Sinkyu, John Brown, Trula Myers, Bill Hinkabine, Alex Galasso, Elise Scanlon, Bruce Hinden, Carol Firth, Diane Wren, Jay Carey, John Dillon, John Currington, Karen Heckman, Madeline D'Ambrosio, Mary Galasso, Priscilla Flowers, Dick Boger, Trevor Head, David McCoy, Bill Kuhn, and as well Deirdre Myers, Georgia Carter, Kent Lavarne for Canty Calloway, Mary Cole, and Mary Cole for April Wilson, Nancy Sansalone, and the aforementioned Trula Myers. It has been delightful. And let me, what we're going to do is run a little video about this facility, really take you on a tour before we go to our lunch break. The lunch break will be here at the National Croquet Center, so you'll get an idea of where they will be. Oh, this is an aerial view. 12 courts, going to 16 next year, most likely. And this will give you a little bit of a view of those 12 courts. We also have a bit of a tour taken by the general manager of the club, Frank Munier, and we'll play that for you in just a moment. This was taken yesterday. This will show you what a beautiful day this whole week has been, actually. High temperatures in the low 70s, gentle breeze. It's really been terrific.
Let's go to commercial with Frank and 3, 2, 1.
Come around. I'm going to give you a quick tour of this facility. We have 12 fully sized professional courts and 4 on the way by the end of the year, plus 1 practice court. The NCC is also the home for the USCA and the National Croquet Club. Let's come in. Come on. You can come and play. You can also have lunch and drinks with St. James, the premier caterer in the Palm Beach County. But I want to first have a quick stop at our pro shop, because you can come here whether you're a social player or a very avid player. And first stop is going to be for our equipment. We do carry mallets from all the international brands plus local makers. You can try any mallet as long as you want when you play on our courts before you're going to make your final purchase. Obviously, like any other pro shop, we have a full line of apparel so you can look good and sharp when you play, ladies and gentlemen. For summer and winter, you can order online or come directly and shop in our pro shop. We also have a lot of equipment that is going to be for your backyard or for your local club in terms of equipment, in terms of information to play croquet and rules, and for your own equipment. And finally, you can always find a gift for your best friend or somebody at home before you head back home. So let's make a final stop. Let's grab a hat and let's join me. We're going to go and play a game of croquet together because it's always a great day to play croquet. Let's go.
Okay, so as we go into the lunch break, let's recap where we are, not just on the championship bracket, but also in the other brackets. So first of all, on the championship, Matthew Essick, who was just our guest here, taking Tom Balding in 3 straight games, 7-1. And we have quite the match now between Reg Bamford and Greg Fletcher. Reg taking the first game 7-5, and Greg coming back and taking the second 7-4. So this is a best of 5. So they have to win 3. So there are at least 2 more games, and possibly a third ahead of us. So we expect a pretty long afternoon. Let's go to some of the other brackets. First of all, the bowl. There we go. So you can see that Yasser Sayed and Fauzi Helmi have played their matches. These were a best of 3. And so Yasser advances with a 7-5, 7-6 win. And still in progress is Juan Ojeda and Brian Lozano. And we'll update you on that as soon as we can. On the plate. Okay, on the plate, actually, this has been updated since this. Ahab, there we go. Ahab Abdulwahab is playing Yasser Fatih. We don't have results on that yet. And Darren Guffey is playing Ahmed El Mahdi. And so we'll be watching for those results. And in the Shield, Edmund Fordyce beat Tamer Hatada 7-4, 7-4. So he will face Mo Karam, and that will be in the Shield final. So those matches will be coming up. So we're going to take a break here for about 30 minutes, maybe 40 minutes, and come back with afternoon action with the conclusion of this really exciting match in the second semifinal of the championship knockout. This is Michael Collins.